Hi everyone, it's Trading Mythbusters. Today once again we will test some popular trading strategies, and today we will test Fibonacci trading strategy. And we will test this video with over 1.2 million views. So our strategy is called Swap Zone Confluence, and what's the idea? We are waiting for a trend and we identify its highest and lowest points. Then from the relation between them, we calculate our so-called golden zone and we wait for our price to reach this golden zone, and then we enter the trade. In this example, we enter short trade, expecting price to go down, and opposite for short. We will take parameters and logic from this video and write a Python script. And here you can see the final results table. You may pause and check it yourself now, and we will discuss it in the end of the video. Now let's check our code, starting with some config files. First is config.json. It's a basic configuration file for FreakTrade Python package. Next, backtest.json. It's a file that specifies some parameters for our trading logic. Next, crypto.json. Here we have list of 100 most liquid tickers that we are using. Next, US stocks, similar file but for stocks market, then futures and Forex. And our main script, so our base class. Hyperparameters. Default values are taken from the original video, but we will later optimize them and see if it improves performance. It will be in the end of the video. Then some configurations. Find extremes function to find peaks and throws. Build impulses function. It's used to identify our zones where we do our potential entries. Relate entry trend function is executing our trading logic, so we find peaks, throws, identify entry zones, and check if our entry conditions are met and enter. Ovulate exit trend. Here we use simple EMA based exit because the exit conditions were not mentioned in the original video. And our stop loss, it's placed just above or below our zone. Now let's check how visually our trading process looks. So here is our plot, and firstly let's discuss what is actually present here. On the bottom you can see volume, our price chart, and in orange is our moving average for exit signals. In blue here you can see our zones. They are derived from these dashed horizontal lines, which represent levels of our low and high. So let's check exact trades. Here you can see low and high level, and from them we derive our golden zone. Here it is. And as you can see here, we had an uptrend. From it we detected the zone, then our price reversed, it entered our golden zone, and then as we expected it went up. So here our price crossed moving average and we took our profit. Next, we had a downtrend, so we had the same situation but for short, but the price continued to went up, so we had our stop loss triggered and lost a little bit of money. Now let's check another example on 4 hours time frame. So here you can see several entries. So for example, let's go from left to right. Our level of low, level of high, from it we derive our golden zone, and on this candle we reach it, so we enter a short trade, and as we expected, price went down and we've made some profit. Later this situation repeated, but with these low and high levels. Here is our zone. Once again we entered short signal here and we exited there, so once again we've made profit. And this exact process repeated once again here. And on the right we can see that now we had a downtrend, so we've calculated our zone, which is right here, entered a long trade this time, and once again as we expected, the price went up, so we actually made some good profit here. Another example, this time it's 1 day time frame. So here is our highest and lowest levels. We calculated our golden zone and we had an uptrend, so we see that price drops into the golden zone and we enter long trade expecting price to rise, and actually it happens here and we take our profits. Next, we had a downtrend here, so we've placed our golden zone here and entered a short trade, once again making some profits. And another example on 1 day time frame. So once again you can see our highest and lowest levels. Here was an uptrend, so we've calculated our golden zone right here and we see price reaching it, so we enter a long trade expecting price to go up, and it actually went up, and so we got some profit here. And now let's get to the backtesting results. You may see the command that I run on the top here. We will start from crypto market and 1 day time frame. Here you can see some warnings. Here you have stats, it's best and worst performing tickers. some other metrics. And we're interested in sharp ratio. For example, for 1 day time frame, we have sharp minus 0.15, so we lose money, and we've lost $183. Next, 4 hour time frame, similar outputs, and here sharp is positive 3.41, and we have $1.6 thousand profit. Next, let's move to 1 hour time frame, similar outputs, stats, and this time our sharp is negative minus 36, and we lost $4,000. Next, let's move to 30 minutes. Once again, negative sharp minus 75, and we've lost $5,000. 15 minutes, best and worst performing pairs. We have sharp minus 79, and we've lost nearly $5,000 again. Now 5 minutes time frame. This time even worse. Sharp is minus 300, and we've lost $6,000. 3 minutes. Yeah, well, sharp is minus 1,000, and we've lost nearly $4,000 here. And finally 1 minute, maybe something positive here. Well, actually no, sharp is minus 5.7 thousand, and we've lost more than $5,000 here. Now let's move to US stocks market. As before, command is here above, and let's get the results, starting with 1 day time frame, best and worst performing tickers. Our sharp is positive 0.37, and we've profited $174. Next 2 hours, and this time sharp is negative minus 2.2, and we've lost $264. 1 hour time frame, our stats, and this time sharp is positive 1.29, and we've profited only $118. 30 minutes time frame, our sharp is negative minus 0.95, and we've lost only just $58. 15 minutes, our stats, and sharp is negative minus 0.34, we've lost just $14.5. 5 minutes, negative sharp minus 53, and we lost $400. And finally 1 minute time frame, once again negative sharp minus 500 nearly, and we've lost $400. Now let's move to US futures market, once again starting with 1 day time frame, our outputs, stats, and starting with negative sharp minus 0.58, and we've lost a little more than $100. 4 hours, positive sharp 1.08, and we've made a little bit more than $100. 1 hour time frame, once again positive sharp 0.53, and we've made $54. Now 30 minutes, sharp is positive again 0.04, and we've made only just $2.8. 15 minutes, sharp is 0.11, and we've profited $5. 5 minutes time frame, once again positive sharp 0.36, and we've profited $5 again. So far futures are the best market. 3 minutes, once again positive sharp nearly 6, and our profit is $40. And finally 1 minute, as this time sharp is negative minus 60, and we've lost nearly $400. And finally let's get to the results of Forex market, starting with 1 day time frame. Here are best and worst pairs, some stats and metrics, and we're starting with a negative sharp, nearly minus 2, and we've lost $161. Now 4 hours, once again negative sharp, minus 0.51, and we lost nearly $20. 1 hour time frame, sharp is negative minus 1.26, and we lost $16. 30 minutes time frame, our sharp is negative minus 13, and we lost $100. 15 minutes time frame, our sharp is minus 27, and we've lost $159. 5 minutes time frame, our sharp is minus 154, very low, and we've lost $185. And finally 1 minute, yeah, well, once again sharp is negative minus 2000, and we've lost $278. So no profits for Forex market. Now let's check the results of hyperparameter optimization. They should be better than just testing with default parameters. And as always, in the top you can see the command that I use. And let's start with crypto market and 4 hour time frame. Here are the outputs, and as you can see here, we've profited $2,000 US on 4-hour time frame. That's about 400 more than without optimization. So it's quite an improvement. Next, stocks market 2 hours time frame. And this time our profit is $158. It's not as much as in crypto market, but still it's profitable. Next, futures market 4-hour time frame. And this time our profit is $322, also not impressive. And finally, Forex market 4-hour time frame. And this time our profit is only $47. That's not much at all, but it's still better than without optimization. And let's get to the final results table. Here are all markets time frames combined, including optimization. So as you can see, most profits are red, so we didn't actually make much money. But if we look in details, we may see that mostly our strategy performed better on futures market and most of all on Forex market. So on Forex market we didn't make any money without optimization. Next, what we can see that on crypto market we have our biggest profits, about $2,000, but also we've lost most of our money also here, like on 5-minute time frame we've lost more than $6,000. Overall, I can say that this strategy may produce some results, but it needs some better logic, so I wouldn't recommend using it as it is. Thank you for watching.